Hey guys, MutantCowboy here. I just want to get into this topic real quick. I've been seeing a lot of players running, three-piece gear sets and double three-piece gear sets, like with the Striker and the Negotiator's Dilemma. It seems to be a common one that I've seen people using. They're trying to get, the two and three-piece bonuses. And a variation that I've seen that's pretty popular is a one-piece Cheska Varoba for the crit hit chance, a one-piece Grupo Sombra for the crit damage, and then of course another piece for the weapon damage, in this case Fenris with AR damage, and then you follow that with the Negotiator's Dilemma 3-piece. Now again, that has the same problem. They're trying to get the 3-piece bonus, and they're not really paying attention to the actual negative side effects of this. They just see the 15% and the 20% and think it's better. I mean, when you actively compare different pieces together, you can see that gear sets are always missing a roll, whereas the brand sets always have an extra one. So on a chest, it's 3 versus 4. On gloves, it would be 2 versus 3. And, you can see here on this holster what you are going to miss. You can miss out on 2 god rolls. Now, you can only get 1 god roll like that on a gear set because you can't get those extra rolls. The reason for this is because they didn't want to go back to Division 1 style, where when they came out with gear sets, it basically killed off high-end builds. So they wanted to maintain a more limited version of gear sets. So what they did was they made gear sets hyper-focused on one single aspect or one single playstyle. So you want to use these gear sets to play in this specific way. If you don't want to play that way, you shouldn't use the gear set. The gear set is designed to be used with the 4 pieces. Now, if you want to add the talents or whatever, you can do that, or you can just change it up a little bit. But the core aspect of a gear set is in having 4 pieces. And this is even according to what Frederick said on Twitter probably about 2 weeks ago almost. He basically said that it's not worth it to run a gear set unless you are using the 4 pieces. And basically that is how it is balanced. You have to use the 4 pieces to actually get all of the power from the build. So let's say we're talking about a 3-piece negotiator with those 3 other high ends that I was talking about versus 6 high ends. Now if you actually compare them based on the brand sets that you'd want, right? You look at the 3-piece gear set. You've got the 15% crit chance and the 20% crit damage that you're going to get. But then, of course, you're using Fenris, so you get 10% weapon damage. You're using the Cheska and the Sombra, so you're getting the 10% and the 15%. For the high-end build, of course, you'd be using either the Fenris, the Sokolov, or, maybe even Petrov, whatever main weapon you wanted for the weapon damage. You'd also get the 10% headshot damage from Providence, and you could also probably just use all 3 Providence, so you'd get headshot damage, crit chance, crit damage. And that would be 4 pieces, so then you'd finish it up with the Cheska Varoba and then the Grupo Sombra for the 10 and 15%. So you can see here that just, when you actually combine it all, what you're really getting is for the 3-piece gear set, you're getting the 5% crit chance and the 5% crit damage over the 10% headshot damage. But that's just the actual brand and gear set bonuses. That doesn't include the actual attributes that you're losing with 3-piece gear sets. You are losing 3 stats. You lose a single stat every time you use a gear piece. You are potentially losing 6% crit chance, 12% crit damage, and 10% extra headshot damage. Now it could be 18% crit chance, it could be 36% crit damage, or 30% headshot damage. Whatever. I mean, obviously you can pick any 3 stats that you want that you are going to lose because you're rocking those 3 pieces. This is why it is very necessary to use that 4th piece to get that special bonus talent that they have. Without that, you are losing a lot of this stuff. And this isn't just a Striker or Negotiator's Dilemma problem. I mean, you can see it in almost everything. Almost every gear set has this. Look at another popular one that I've seen is Hardwired. People are using a 3-piece Hardwired to get that skill damage and skill haste. So you're losing 3 attributes. Now those 3 attributes can be skill repair. So let's say you have to get skill haste or you want to get skill repair, whatever. I mean, obviously you can lose a lot of that stuff. You can end up losing 60% skill repair to get, the skill haste on your build. Or you could end up losing, like 36% skill haste to get, that skill repair. So unless you have a specific reason why you are going for a 3-piece gear set, don't do it. Go with brand sets. Use freaking named items. Just stay away from using gear sets just because you see them. They are not the best unless you actually build to them specifically. They are not good generic builds. They are not good all-around builds. They are entirely focused on one single playstyle, and if you are not playing like that, they're just not good for you. So hopefully it helps somebody out. Hopefully, 1 or 2 people actually see this video and they're like, oh, we were doing it wrong. And if that happens, that's great. If not, well, I tried. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.